Enjoy your meeting. Just a reminder, today's meeting is being recorded.
Hello, everyone. This is Andrea Lehman. Welcome to our Wednesday Wisdom Call. Today is June 8th, and we are going to talk about convention. So I have some notes here on things that I feel are important to know, especially for those of you going into your first convention, which is a lot of you. I've been compiling the list this week of where people are going or what days people are going to the various farm days. And it looks like we have about 176 members going from the LWN team this year. And then if you consider family members that are coming along as well, it's well over 200. So we have an amazing group going, which is super exciting. I can remember a few short years ago when it was just Deb and Ange and Aaron and my husband and me and Deb's husband. So, we started out as just a group of 6 or 7 of us. So it's so fun to see how this has really taken off in the last few years. And I want to encourage all of you, if you are going for the first time this year and maybe you're going alone, maybe you're going with your some of your upline friends, but you don't have anybody from your team going, make it your goal for next year to bring at least 2 people with you. And that's how it just continues to grow. So I'm gonna chat for a little bit. I'm gonna give you guys some tips and some pointers and some things to remember. And then I'm going to open it up because there are a few people, it looks like, on the call. I can't see everybody who's on, but there are a few people I know on that have been to previous conventions. So I want to make sure they get a chance if there's anything that I neglected to go ahead and throw in there or any tips they have. And then also, if there's something that you are really wanting answered and I did not answer it in this call, that would be a time for you to ask a question as well. So I'm going to have everybody go ahead and mute themselves right now. If you're just getting on the call, go ahead and mute yourself so that we don't hear any of that background noise. I know there's a lot of people that wanted to listen in later. This time didn't work for them, so they're going to be listening to a recording. So I just want to make sure it's a clear recording for them. Okay, so let's just start with arriving to Utah. For those of you who are flying into the Salt Lake Airport, there's a few different options for you. If you're flying in with other people on the same flight, you could share rides. There's Uber. Uber does pick up from the Salt Lake Airport now. And there's also something called Trax, like our train. What's the line thing we have in downtown Phoenix? I'm totally blanking on the name. Y'all are saying it right now, I know. But they have that as well. And I'll post a link to how to access that in our convention group after this call, so you can take a look at that. But definitely some options for getting in fairly inexpensively to your hotel in Salt Lake. So packing, let's talk about packing for just a quick second. You will see all kinds of dress at convention, anything from, business dress down to T-shirts and jeans. We would recommend, this is kind of our LWN stance, is to dress business casual when you, except for farm day. So days when you're going to classes and for general session, we recommend business casual. So, slacks or skirts or casual dresses, just something that looks nicer, something that says, yeah, I'm a business person. I'm here to learn professionally. So I would recommend staying away from just jeans and T-shirts. Keep that for farm day. Workout clothes, if you want to work out. I know some of you probably got YL Fit. I'm pretty positive that's closed now, that nobody else can get into that. But aside from that, there's gyms in the hotels. So if you want to stay active while there, I'd recommend packing some workout clothes. And then for farm day, make sure you bring, it's very hilly there. You're going to, up and down uneven terrain. So I'd recommend tennis shoes for that, and sunglasses, hat, some sort of sun protection because they're going to be there for a while. So I'd make sure you have all of that stuff for farm day, and something to apply afterwards for burns. I know there was a thread going around about what oils to pack for convention. I just say all of them, pack them all. I think Cheryl Madigan said she can't leave without like 40 of her oils or something like that, so I was laughing. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about Friday night. So some of you will be at the farm on Friday. Friday night is the only free night. So we have booked a restaurant called Squatters that's really close to the Salt Palace. It's in walking distance of the Salt Palace. And we are going to have that restaurant from 6:30 to 10:30 on Friday night. And we're going to have food that's brought out in shifts. It's going to be buffet style, just, a bunch of different hot and cold items that you can choose from. And this is open to everybody, including family. If you're going and your family's coming and you haven't gotten family numbers to me yet, please do that. Let me know who from your family will be at convention, so we just make sure that we have enough food. But all of you who are attending as members have been accounted for that. So we're kind of, you don't have to come, but we're kind of counting on you. We have all of the numbers of everybody attending down for showing up for dinner, and that is on LWN. There will be a cash bar, so that won't be provided by LWN, but if you'd like a drink, bring money for that. And then for those who, if you're on the call and you haven't muted yourself, go ahead and do that. This is being recorded for other people to hear, so I'm going to make sure that everybody can hear in the background. Okay, so for people who are going to Farm Day on Friday, we don't really know when you're going to be getting back, but we made sure that we had it going until 10:30 so that people could swing by, pick up some food, chat with some people after the farm day. So it will be up until 10:30 or open until 10:30, and we'll make sure that we have a late shift of food coming for those of you who are at farm day on Friday. So be sure to stop by Squatters once you do get back from the farm day. So that's that. And this is important. Wear your Cultivate Gratitude shirts. If you have gotten those, wear those on Friday to the thing that evening. So we'll take some pictures at the dinner that evening. And one other thing I wanted to say with that is if you have small children, obviously try to get there by 6:30 to do the early shift. We were going to do 7, but we decided we'd do it a little bit earlier for families if they wanted to get back to get kids down. And I don't think, and this may change, but I don't think that we're going to try to get a picture with everybody at convention. The LWN picture will probably just be at the restaurant. And we'll probably do it somewhere a little bit closer to the end of the evening so that hopefully some people from Farm Day are there. So maybe around, 9, we'll take a picture or something like that. So if you go to Farm Day and then you're coming after that, I would maybe pack that shirt to wear unless you want to wear it to Farm Day all day. That's an option too. And I would just plan for the rest of us, wear your gratitude shirt on Friday all day and then wear it obviously that night to dinner. If you have not bought your convention shirt yet, the Cultivate Gratitude shirt, that is still going, I think, until tomorrow. Erin just put another round of the Teespring up so that people could get those shirts. So, and that should be on, if I'm remembering right, it's in the Business Builders group and on the convention group, so you should be able to find that. But let us know if you can't find the link for that. Okay, let's talk about expectations. Is that what I want to talk about now? No, let's talk about communication really quickly. So we will be communicating the whole week through the groups, our LWN Wild Convention group. So if there's important messages or things, we'll do that. If you have questions, ask your questions on there. But if there is some sort of emergency, something where you need to get a hold of one of us in leadership right away, just be sure to call us or text us. So my phone number is 623-687-4757. Deb's phone number is 623-687-4770. Angela's phone number is 623-640-2052. And Erin and Sarah's phone number is 623-640-1438. So yeah, just use that in case of an emergency. Okay, let's talk about money and cash. Obviously, you could spend a boatload of money at convention because there's so many different options. So I wanted to tell you a few things to think about and plan for so you could plan accordingly with what kind of budget you want to set for yourself with spending money. I personally would say first and foremost, plan on getting your convention ticket for the next year. It will be cheaper at convention, and then it just commits you to coming back. And I would say I don't know, it's been different each year, like how many you can buy for other people, but if you can buy a convention ticket or two for somebody else, I would plan to do that as well, get it locked in at that lower rate, and then just setting you up to bring people back, especially if you're coming by yourself this year. Okay, so that's one thing. There's always new products that are launched, and they won't be on the Young Living website yet, so they can't be ordered by everybody else. We're the first people that can get them. So you might just set a budget for yourself on new products and, how much you're going to spend on new products. Meals, except for a meal at the farm and the LWN meal on Friday night. And I'm not sure about the Foundation Festival, but we know at least there are 2 meals that are covered, but everything else will be on your own. I don't know exactly how the lunches are being run this year or which location it's going to be at. Maybe some of you learned that and I haven't. So at the end of the call, if you have any more details on that, let us know. But just know that there's just a couple meals provided, so you'll want to plan to do meals on your own. I know a lot of people last year went to a grocery store and got stuff, so to bring like sack lunches and to make easy stuff in the morning just to cut down on costs that way. And then also there's always the Ningxia bar, so that's fun to go to get different Ningxia drinks and stuff. And then there's a vendor event where there's a bunch of different people who are selling different things related to the oils and related to the business. So that's something that you can go check out. So you may bring money for that. And then generally, Life Science Publishing, Abundant Health sets up somewhere else, and that's something too that you can go to where you can check out their books and resources as well. So lots of different options for ways to spend money while you're at convention. Okay, so let's see. If you're coming by yourself to convention, and let's say you're going to farm day and you don't know anybody from the LWN team who is going to your farm day, let us know that, and we'll match you up with some people who are going to that farm day as well, so that you have a group to hang out with there. You don't want anybody to be by themselves. And then if you're still having any issues related to scheduling, I'm working on that. I know I'm working on that for 4 or 5 of you. And so know that I'm still working on that. The guy, my contact at Young Living, he doesn't work every day. He's in school, so he works 3 days a week. So it's just when I can get a hold of him. So he'll be back in tomorrow for me to finish up some stuff for those of you that I told I was working on that with. You may want to send me just a reminder message just to make sure I have you down to talk to him tomorrow, but I do have a list of 4 or 5 of you that I'm working on. Okay, so then let's talk about expectations for a moment, because I don't know about you, but I've never tried to plan an event for, like 30,000 people. And even last year, it was split into 2 sessions. So it was only 10,000 in one session, 10,000 in the other session. And when our family started coming to convention, like 7 years ago, there was, I want to say the first year we went to, there was probably around 3,000 people. So Young Living has increased from 3,000 or so people at the convention to 30,000 in just like 7 short years. So all that to say, we're going to hope for the best, but we just need to know that things are not going to go exactly like we want them to go all the time. Some of us experienced that last year with some issues with classes and things like that. But my hope and desire for the Living Well Now team is that we are just super patient and honoring and classy in how we react and how we respond to things that aren't going our way. I just want us to kind of set the example for other people who are there, that we just kind of go with the flow. I think if we all go into it knowing things will go wrong. That's just, you can't move 30,000 people without some things going wrong. And just remember that you're going to get way more than your money worth while you're there, even if not everything goes as planned. So just go with a patient spirit and I'm going to have fun regardless of how, things work out. Honestly, some of the best times at convention are just talking with random people that you meet there, or getting to ask questions of some of the other leaders that you have, seen, whether it be through Periscope or on Facebook, whatever it may be, just getting information and sharing with people in line at lunch, different different times like that, I think you're going to find so much value in that. So I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Things are going to go wrong. We're going to hope for the best, but things will go wrong, and let's just go with the flow and be patient during all of that. And then, let's see, let's talk about promoting for a second. So, you're going to have the opportunity to get an extra ticket or two, I believe, as long as it's the same as it has been in previous years. You'll be able to get an extra ticket or two at the end of convention. So if you choose to do that, we just want to make sure that as you're going forward this year, starting now, be promoting. Instead of just inviting people, we want to promote. Show people why convention is super important. And I'll tell you, if you look at me and look at our family, we've gone for 7 years to convention. We never stopped going. Even when our business wasn't really growing, we never stopped going to convention. And I really believe that convention was a huge piece of what has gotten us to where we are now. In fact, it wasn't until convention 2012 and hearing a business class where I was like, okay, I really want to do this, It had always been kind of like, I'd love it if it worked out. That'd be cool. But there was no conviction or decision. And it was convention that changed that for me. It took 5 years. It took 5 years of using the oils, and then we've gone to 3 previous conventions, at least 3 or 4 previous conventions before I really saw the light, and I was like, okay, I'm doing this. So convention is huge, and you'll hear any leader in network marketing say that the people that go to the top in companies are people who go to conventions. Leaders show up to the big events. And so I would just encourage you as you're building your team to really help people see the importance of figuring it out. Not just, do you want to go? I heard a lot of people saying, I hope to go next year, which is fine. But really, if you're taking this seriously and you want to grow a business, hoping isn't going to get you there. It's how can we figure out how to make this work next year? You have a year to figure it out and to plan for it. So really helping people to think through that so that they can be here next year. Okay, so I think that is all that I had. And I just wanted to encourage you guys, I kind of touched on this, but really take advantage of the fact that you are around people from all over the world here at this convention. Take time to hear their stories. I love recording people sharing their stories, how they either introduced to oils or how they got started on the business. Just so you can have those to collect, to share with other people or to share with our LWN team. So just take that time to be present and to be around people and to get to know people who are there along for the ride. Let's see. I will be posting the event for Friday night, the dinner event. I will be posting that in the convention group, so you can just click on to say that you're coming to that. And then one other piece about Farm Day, just make sure to take it all in. You're going to have the opportunity to see the distillation process. Make sure you don't skip that, even if there's long lines for it, because it's so cool to be able to see that firsthand and to be able to share, that process with people who are checking Young Living out. Okay, and then general sessions. Our group is just too big, so there's no way to save seats for the almost 200 people who will be in the general sessions. So my suggestion is that you just check in with your silver or above leader. That would be me for some of you who don't have a silver leader between you and me, and we can plan to sit together. But those of you that have like a silver or gold leader, I would plan to just do it in smaller groups. So there's maybe, a group of 20 or 30 trying to save seats to sit together versus almost 200 trying to save seats. It's not going to work out. All right, I think that I've touched everything that I wanted to touch on. Those of you who were at convention last year, is there anything that you feel is important to share with people that I did not get to? If there is, would you unmute yourself? You could share now. Okay, so then if you have any questions, I think people are getting off the call now, but if you have any questions, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, Andrea. It's Michelle Piper.
Hi, Michelle. What's your question, girlie?
I actually have a couple.
Okay.
So, Waters Night, you're going to be providing food, but can I still order? Because you somewhat know my dietary restrictions, but I can't eat normal food.
Yes, you can definitely order on your own. Yes.
Okay. And then, what is general session?
General session will be where there will be new products announced there. There will be different speakers from the executive team that will be, sharing different information. There will be like keynote speakers, just sharing motivational stuff. So it's just the times when everybody's together, and there's a lot of like motivation, rah fun stuff, and then information being shared with the entire group.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else have questions?
Andrea, I have a question.
Okay.
This is Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi. Cameras. Are we allowed to bring cameras to Farm Day, or is that recommended not to?
Yeah, no, you totally can bring cameras to Farm Day and take pictures. We've done that every year.
And
yeah,
this is a really
absolutely.
goofy question, but can I get a soil sample and bring it home with me from the farm?
I have no idea. I would assume so, but I don't know that 100% sure, and that's hilarious. Anybody else questions?
Hey, Andrea, it's Brianna.
Hi, Brianna.
I just have a question for the Foundation Festival. Do you know how that works? I mean, does everyone just kind of meet at the time of it and then we run, or what is that really all about?
Honestly, I knew that question was going to come up, and I don't know because it's never been called this before. So it looks like it's a carnival type theme, and you can buy tickets. I really don't know, and I don't know if there's going to be any food there. Generally, we've had a little bit of food at those things, but I don't know. So I'm assuming that's something we can find out a little bit more about when we check in at registration the first day. So sorry, I don't have answers on that. If anybody else has gotten information on that, would you let us know? Anybody on the call that has more information? Okay. All right, any other questions?
This is Kimberly, and I was wondering if there is any kind of mentor, like people who just say, gosh, I would love to show this first-time convention person the way around and the best way to use time and energy while we're there. Anybody, any way that, I don't know, like a buddy.
I would say I would just ask in this group here and in the convention group, hey, who's been? I'd like to walk around with you a little bit, and I would just go with somebody who has been, and they can kind of share the ropes. Although it's going to be different. I mean, every convention has been different. This is the first year where it's been in 2 locations. So I have tons of questions about how this is going to work. I don't know. So, but yeah, I would just match up with people who are in that convention group and just kind of walk around with people who've been. Any other questions?
Hey, this is Gina Krager. I just want to say thank you so much for all the information.
You're welcome, Gina Krager. Do you have a question?
No, just gratitude.
Oh, you're awesome. Thank you. All right, anybody else?
This is Michelle again.
Hi, Michelle.
What about concert night? Is that like a huge, do you have any idea? Is that just like kind of where general session would be, or?
So that, I don't know offhand. I think that's in the, I think that's the one that's in the stadium. And so, yeah, you just show up. I mean, they'll give us directions on, where to go and where to be. But you just show up for the concert. There's nothing special. You can just come and go as you please.
All right, that's awesome. Thanks.
Yes, which reminds me, I need to start listening to Lady Annabella, so I know the songs before I get there.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
if you haven't, you're gonna love them.
I know like 2 of their songs, 3 of their songs, whatever, whichever ones were really popular. Okay, anybody else?
Hi, Andrea. This is Patty.
Hi, Patty.
Hey, you said that they were going to have new products for sale there, but will they have other products, like just the standard product line for sale?
Generally they do. Once again, I don't know what things will have changed with the number of people coming. I don't know 100%. I'd say for sure there's going to be some new product available, but I don't know what else they will have available.
Okay. I just wanted to stock up on Ningxia without having to pay shipping. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know for sure, but they have in years past.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and end. And if there are people that weren't able to be on this call, make sure you let them know to listen in to get some of these details. And I really look forward to being with you guys in 2 short weeks. So awesome. I'm super excited about that. You guys are going to have an absolute blast. It's definitely one of the highlights of my year. It definitely is a time to just kind of reignite you and help you refocus on your business and why you're excited about the company and sharing with other people. So super looking forward to it, and you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.